Hello everybody and welcome back to TWIO. This week in Osu, the show where I go through some cool plays that have happened this week and then we talk about some fun and interesting news at the end. But to start with, we have the question of the week, and the question of the week this week is, what are some cool names for Osu Laser once it overtakes the stable client? Now, I know most of you will bring up the fact that once it's the main client, it's probably just going to be called Osu because he's not going to change the name of the game. But this question comes from a Reddit post where a guy actually posed a cool hypothetical where it wasn't called Osu and instead was called Elite, because Osu came from the original DS game called Osu, and the DS game's sequel was Elite Beat Agents, so I guess it would be kind of cool if Laser became Elite, but that would change the name of the game, so he won't do it. But what are some cool other ideas? Bit of a weird question of the week, but anyways, we get onto the plays and we're going to start with the Mrekk plays. We're going to get it out of the way because the first cool score that Mrekk set this week was the first FC on longinus. And in true Mrekk fashion, not only is it the first FC, but it's also a good FC, an absolutely insane 99.7% act. And he also set the first FC on the map and through the fog she spoke, being a 1k with 97.4% accuracy. A lot of first to do it score posts this week, as next up we have Toromivana setting the first hidden DT Hard Rock FC on May. Next up, we have a new Canadian PP record from Nujabes or Nujabes, I don't know, being a 1.4k on Age of Tyranny. Next up is my absolute GOAT, Mr. Dinklepuss, or as he's been called for a long time and I really should get used to now, Toesu, set a 1 miss choke on Reason with pedals. This guy just ignores the limits of the gimmick that he plays with. Next up is Gwub setting his first 1.3k on, of course, Time to Say Goodbye. And a little fun fact for you, Gwub's top play is less 100x his profile AC. This shows how overrated low AC is and that he needs to be nerfed. Honestly, guys, anyone who ever says to me that I just re-upload Reddit score posts, this is why I make TWIO. I read this subreddit so you don't have to go through this brain rot. What does this mean? Now, I'm willing to bet that quite a few of you won't really understand why this next play is so insane, but recently WubWoofWolf has been setting some absolutely insane 3-mod double S's on really low star maps, which usually becomes something ridiculous like AR11 or OD11, and it's near on impossible to get a good accuracy. But this week he set the first 3-mod double S on Concerning Habbits.
First try, no problem, holy.
For our final play this week, we have AlenPark setting a 618 PP on the new Of Our Time Osu edit from Sotarks, and this actually made them the first Uzbekistan player to be a 3-digit, so absolutely congratulations to them.
In a hazy summer night, could you tell me it's alright one more time? Cause every passing moment, every piece of you and I might be scattered till the day that I die. But I know that I'll be okay, cause I know the day we'll do it again. I hope you're proud of who I became.
But now that we're done with the plays, we get onto the news. And to start with, we actually have a score, but the reason this is in the news is because I don't have the replay for it. But this week, WeTab, a Finland player, set his first 1.1k, which is actually the Finland PP record. So a massive congratulations goes to him, but also you need to update your goals now. Everyone's been going mad about this new insane 8-star map, Angel of Darkness, and this is a post that just highlights how much it has broken the PP system. So of course last week we saw Mrekk get a 1.7k with it, and there was a tweet this week showing how different rate change values actually increase the star rating, and then you speed it up more and it decreases the star rating. And on the Osu game post about this, the Reddit user ProMapWatcher showed this graph that actually shows the difficulty of the map as you increase the rate, and it shows how it goes up and then will suddenly dip, go up again and then suddenly dip, which is not what you expect to see. Luckily though, the Osu team and the PP team specifically are aware of this map breaking the system and other maps like it too, and so they've already committed changes to the next PP rework which are going to fix maps like this, notably dropping Mrekk's 1.7k from last week down to 1.3k. And I'm not the most technical Osu smart person around, but after reading this, what I'm pretty sure this post is trying to explain is that the double taps in this map when playing with DT make it think that the rhythm is changing, and that is due to some measures that were made previously to the PP system that would make sure that 2B maps don't break PP, and that bug didn't exist without DT, so when you put DT on the map it sort of double broke the PP and made it way out of proportion. I hope that's kind of right, and I don't want to be spreading any misinformation here, but if anyone knows a bit more than me about this and can explain it in a simple way down in the comments below, please do, and I will pin it. But for the last piece of news, and I'm really excited by this, being someone who likes to make third-party tools for Osu, and by third-party I don't mean cheats, I just mean the cool websites and things that exist for Osu. Anyway, someone made a new website called Osu Pulse, and what this website can currently do is take a beat map that you submit and find similar beat maps that are ranked, or you can type in your username and get recommendations based on your top or recent plays for beat maps that you might enjoy. So I think this is a really cool idea. I actually wanted to try and make something like this myself a while back, but I decided against it because I'm not quite good enough at developing to make something like this. But I'm excited because the person who made it has said that they are soon going to be adding loved and qualified maps. But that about does it for this week in Osu. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like and consider subscribing to keep up with the series. If you have any feedback, positive or negative, leave it in the comments. I will read it. Join the Discord if you want to come and hang out with me and other people in the community, but I will see you next week in Osu.